Oh, hi. I guess I'm supposed to talk to you about the lazy sound, right? The lazy sound. You know what that means, right? It's the schwa. Remember before I told you the schwa is the most common sound in all the English language, but some people also call it the lazy sound. That's kind of how I'm feeling today. So let's talk about schwa. Schwa actually comes from a Hebrew word, which is a different language. And guess what it means? Nothing. Empty. Which is sort of how I feel when I'm lazy. Don't you? Don't you sort of feel empty? Sort of nothing when you're feeling lazy? Well, that's what the schwa is. So let's talk about it. The schwa can be made by any vowel in our language. Which, guess what? All of our words have vowels. So of course, it can be in any English word. But let's be a little more specific. What exactly is the schwa sound? Watch my mouth. You try. Sounds like the short U, doesn't it? That is the schwa sound. The schwa sound is that And sometimes we say it so fast that you barely even hear it. It's almost like it's not even there. It's almost like it's empty or nothing. So let's play a little bit. The schwa sound happens in words where there's a lazy part of the word. Now, teachers and scientists and people that talk about our mouths and speech, they say this is the stressed part or the unstressed part. But instead of stressed and unstressed, we're going to call one part the lazy part and one part the not so lazy part. Okay? So let's experiment first though with some sounds. Think about the two sounds that I'm going to tell you. And then you try and you feel which one seems more lazy. Like it doesn't take any effort at all to say the sound. Are you ready? So say and then say a. Try it. A. Which one seems lazier to you? It's the of course, right? My mouth barely even has to move. Watch. I can do the sound, and I don't even have to move my mouth. Whereas A, I kind of have to open my mouth a little bit. Let's try another one. E. E. Which one seems lazier? Of course, the right? I barely even have to move my mouth. I just go, Now my mouth is still open, so it's still technically a vowel, right? But it's a lazy sound. Now sometimes in our English words, we have lazy parts and not so lazy parts. So let's go over some examples. Go ahead and say the word among. Among. Now if you think about that word, like I am among all the flowers, or I am among all the people, which part seems a little bit lazier? Like it doesn't take as much effort to say that part. Say it slow. Among. You should have noticed that the first part, the part, is actually a little bit lazier. Watch my mouth. Among. I don't even have to open my mouth very much for that first part. Right? It's kind of lazy. Let's think of something else. How about a fruit? Say banana. Banana. Now, how many syllables are in the word banana? Go ahead and figure that out. 3. You should have noticed that there's 3, right? Well, in banana, do you hear how the first sound is kind of lazy? B. The first syllable. B. Banana. I don't have to do much effort to say the B part, right? Because the vowel in banana, that first vowel is an A. So technically I should be saying banana, but I don't. I say banana. Does that make sense? So that A in that first syllable, B, is making an sound. And it's making an sound because it's the lazy part of the word. Now teachers or scientists or people that do a speech, they call that the unstressed part. It means I'm not putting much effort into it. There's no stress to say the in banana, right? We can just call it the lazy part. Now, let's go over some words. I just happen to have a whiteboard. So I've got 4 words here, and all of these words have a schwa. Are you ready? So, do I say about? Like this book is about a dog. Do I say that? No, I don't. You know, people may used to have talked that way or spoken that way, but today we say about, about. Now, think about how many syllables are in the word about. Count and tell me how many syllables. 2, right? Now, where do I feel or see the schwa in this word? It's in the first syllable, right? About. Now the bout part, my mouth should be doing more effort or taking more effort to say the bout part compared to the a part. But notice, I don't say about, I say about, about. It's making the schwa, which is why I put it in red. Let's think about this word. It used to be a long time ago, people would say this was the dog, the cat, the teacher, the drink. But now we say the. And it's because it's kind of a lazy word, the. So that E at the end, even though there's an E there, and we know that that letter makes an E and an E sound, even though we know that, it's a schwa in this case. So it's going Let's look at our next word, frozen. Frozen. Think about how many syllables are in frozen. Do you wanna be a snowman? Oh, 2, right? 2. There's 2 syllables in frozen. So think about which one is the lazier part, fro or zen. Fro or zen. It's the second part. Frozen. Frozen. This is almost making an or a slightly sound, actually, isn't it? But it's still lazy. It's not like I go around saying, have you seen the movie Frozen? Frozen? I don't say that. It's frozen. Frozen. Last word. Do you eat carrots? I do. They're orange, right? But do you say carrots? No, of course not. You say carrot. Carrot. Count how many syllables are in carrot. 2, right? Carrot. Carrot. Now, notice I don't say carrot because the O is making a schwa sound. It's in the lazy part of the word. Care takes a lot more effort for my mouth. It's the not lazy part. It's the stress part. Carrot. Carrot. So this is the schwa. So, Mr. Slates, why do I even need to know about schwa? Who cares about schwa? Here's the deal. Thinking about schwa is very important because when we go to spell words, we cannot spell words sometimes how they sound. Like think, if I said I wanted you to spell carrot, carrot, and you wrote it how it sounded, this is how you would write it. K, air, ut. And would you be correct? No, you would not be correct. That's not carrot. That's carrot. This is how we spell carrot. So it's actually pretty important to know when there's a schwa in a word, because if there's a schwa, we need to know that it's another vowel saying that sound, that lazy sound. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if that makes sense. So, why does this matter? This matters because from now on, when your teachers or myself are giving you your spelling words and there is a schwa, we have to pronounce it by the vowel that is in that word. And what we're going to do is we're going to really emphasize that vowel sound so you know that it's an A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y, not the schwa Because if we're not precise, or if we're not careful with how we say the words to help you spell them, then guess what? You're going to spell them wrong. Okay? Which is why some kids, when they go to spell about, they spell it about. Like that. But that's incorrect. The word is about. So, let me show you what's going to happen from now on if we have a schwa. So, if one of your words is about, I will say about. You repeat, say it. Then I'll put it in a sentence. This book is about a dog. I'll say how many syllables. And you, because you're so smart about syllables, will say dos, two. Then I'll say, I want you to say to spell a bout. And you'll go a bout. And then we'll stretch out the two syllables. We'll stretch out a, then we'll do bout, b-out. And the reason we do a bout is so that you spell it right. So that when you go to spell it, you're not thinking, oh, it's in a U, because the U makes an In that word, it's a schwa. It is not the U. It is an A that is making its lazy sound, because it is in the lazy part of the word. So let's do a quick review. Okay? What is a schwa? A schwa is any vowel in our English language, and it's always found in the lazy part of the word or in a lazy syllable. So with the word the is just a lazy word in general. It's not what we would call stressed. It's lazy. It's really easy to say with my mouth. So because of that, my E goes to instead of or E. Make sense? If it's a word like frozen, the fro is the stressed part of the word, or it's the non-lazy part. The zun, it doesn't take me any energy. It's very lazy. So the E ends up making an sound. So that's what you need to know about schwa. Oh my goodness, what time is it? I gotta get to school. Bye.